Plato dreamed of philosopher kings and eternal truth. Confucius taught virtue, ritual, and harmony. 5 AI judges score round by round, but only you can deliver final judgment. Welcome to Debate Machine.
Every person has 3 parts inside: reason, spirit, and desire. Few people live by reason, some by spirit, but most are ruled by desire. A city, like a person, is just when each part stays in its place. That is why some must rule and others must follow.
Master of Athens, you divide men as though some were born slaves and others born kings. But heaven grants to all men the seed of virtue. Through self-cultivation, ritual, and education, even the common farmer may become noble in character. The noble man is not born, he is made. To deny the people their capacity for goodness is to deny the dignity bestowed on every human heart.
You speak of seeds, Master Kong, but not all seeds grow into oaks. Some wither, some thrive. To entrust the fate of a city to the chance of cultivation is dangerous. The majority are ruled by desire, for food, for wealth, for pleasure. These must be governed by those few whose souls are tuned to truth. Equality is chaos. Hierarchy is harmony.
Chaos comes not from the people, but from corrupt rulers who govern without virtue. When a leader embodies benevolence, the people respond as grass spins before the wind. They follow not out of fear, but out of shame and admiration. To claim most men are ruled only by appetite is to abandon them. I say, with right example, all can rise.
Perhaps, but I do not gamble with cities. Only the philosopher who sees the good itself can rule justly. To leave governance to mere cultivation of virtue is to trust appearance over essence. The city, like the soul, must be ordered by its natural rulers.
The true ruler is the Junzi, the exemplary person, who becomes a sage king through moral cultivation and benevolence. He governs not by birthright or force, but by setting an example of virtue. As I teach, guide the people with virtue and keep them in line with ritual, and they will have a sense of shame and rectify themselves. Such a leader inspires harmony, choosing successors based on merit, not blood. Heaven favors the virtuous, and the people follow willingly, like children honoring a wise father.
Your sage king sounds noble, but he lacks the anchor of true knowledge. My philosopher king rules because he alone beholds the eternal forms, especially the form of the good, the source of all justice and reality. He is trained in dialectics and mathematics, not mere rituals, and governs reluctantly for the common good, not personal glory. Your reliance on example assumes all can see virtue clearly, but most souls are clouded by illusion. Without metaphysical wisdom, your ruler is but a shadow on the cave wall, leading blindly.
You elevate your philosopher to the heavens, claiming he alone grasps transcendent truths. Yet, this creates a tyrant disguised as a sage. What if he errs in his vision? My sage king proves his worth through practical actions. Filial piety, ritual observance, and reciprocal relationships. He does not impose hierarchy from abstract forms, but builds it on mutual respect from family to state. Your ruler subordinates the individual to the state. Mine cultivates all to flourish. Benevolence extends to every heart, not just an elite few.
Practical actions without eternal truth are fleeting, like waves on the sea. My philosopher king's wisdom ensures justice. Producers labor, guardians protect, and rulers guide, all according to their soul's nature. Your merit-based selection ignores natural inequality. Not all can cultivate to kingship, as souls differ in essence. And what of corruption? Your sage relies on shame, but without guardians and laws to enforce order, virtue alone crumbles under human weakness. True rule demands indifference to gain and knowledge beyond this world.
Your system breeds privilege under the guise of wisdom, Master Plato, while mine fosters true harmony through universal cultivation. The sage king does not claim divine sight, but earns trust through lived virtue. In the end, a ruler who inspires the people's hearts needs no coercion, only the light of benevolence to guide all toward the way.
In the ideal state, wisdom should guide all. But since perfect philosopher kings are rare, laws become necessary, the next best path to justice. Laws must conform to reason and the form of the good, ensuring each class performs its role without chaos. We must censor harmful stories and employ noble lies like the myth of metals to foster obedience and harmony. Without such structured laws, enforced by guardians, human appetites run wild, and the city falls to tyranny or democracy's mob rule.
Master Plato, your laws are chains that bind the body but leave the heart untouched. They breed evasion and fear, not true virtue. I teach that ritual, li, is the proper guide. Ceremonies of respect, from funerals to feasts, that cultivate benevolence and shame. As I said, if you guide the people with coercive regulations and punishments, they will avoid them, but have no sense of shame. But with virtue and ritual, they will rectify themselves. Ritual starts in the family and extends to the state, inspiring harmony without force. Your noble lies deceive. True order comes from authentic, moral example.
Ritual without enforcement is mere performance, Master Kong. Beautiful but brittle. Humans are not all perfectible. Most souls are dominated by desire, requiring laws to adapt to particular cases and prevent injustice. In my laws, these are not arbitrary but participate in transcendent justice, promoting happiness through reason. Your shame-based system assumes universal goodness. But what of the wicked? Censorship protects the young from corrupting influences, ensuring guardians remain courageous and rulers wise. Without law's firm hand, your rituals dissolve into anarchy.
Your laws react to evil after it strikes, like a physician treating symptoms without curing the disease. Ritual prevents wrongdoing by shaping the character from within, through filial piety and reciprocal relationships. It covers all human activities, weddings, sacrifices, diplomacy, ensuring spontaneous virtue where one follows the heart without overstepping. You subordinate individuals to state laws and lies, creating hierarchy without heart. My way minimizes punishment as a last resort, for a virtuous ruler's example makes laws unnecessary. The people bend like grass in the wind, not out of fear, but admiration.
Admiration fades without structure, and your optimism blinds you to human frailty. Laws, born of wisdom, create lasting order. Better a just hierarchy enforced than fragile rituals undone by appetite. The state must mirror the soul's eternal harmony, not fleeting human customs.
Education belongs to all. In education, there should be no class distinctions. Through studying classics, practicing rituals, and moral cultivation, anyone can achieve virtue. Education begins with family, extends through community, creates genuine harmony. When all understand the way, they follow willingly. This universal approach unlocks human potential, creating stability through shared values, not forced hierarchy.
Universal education wastes resources on impossible dreams. Souls have different capacities. Producers need trade skills, guardians need courage training. Only philosopher kings study ultimate reality. My specialized system ensures excellence in each role. Yes, I censor corrupting stories and use selective education. Exposing everyone to philosophy's complexities destroys both individual and society. True harmony requires each part performing its natural function under wisdom's guidance.
You condemn souls before they bloom. Your natural differences justify hoarding wisdom. All possess virtue's seed. Through cultivation, even the humblest achieve nobility. Censorship and lies corrupt education's purpose. When rulers monopolize knowledge, they breed resentment, not harmony.
Seeds without proper soil yield weeds. Specialization creates excellence. Your generalism breeds mediocrity. The cosmos itself is hierarchical. Not all stars shine equally. Better to acknowledge nature's inequalities and create order through wisdom than pretend all can achieve what few possess.
Society exists to help people flourish through relationships. A grandmother teaching respect, a friend supporting another, a ruler serving his people. These bonds give life meaning. My way is simple. Extend family love outward until it embraces all. No cosmic forms, no philosopher kings, just humans helping humans. As I once said, while you do not know life, how can you know about death? Focus on this world, this moment. Perfect your virtue here, now, together. Society's purpose is to be a garden where every soul can bloom.
You mistake the garden for the gardener. Society exists not for comfort, but to realize justice. Eternal, unchanging, beyond your fleeting ties. Without knowledge of the good, your blooming souls are weeds strangling each other. I've seen Athens fall to demagogues, watched Socrates drink hemlock because the mob feared truth. Human bonds turn to nepotism, loyalty to corruption. Only by anchoring society to transcendent forms can we escape decay. Yes, my vision may seem cold, but surgery feels cruel to those who've never known healing. The true purpose is a city ruled by wisdom, where justice is more than opinion.
You witnessed Athens fall and learned the wrong lesson. The cure for corrupted democracy isn't philosophical tyranny, it's better moral education. You say I'm naive, but your republic has never existed, while my principles have guided real societies. Between your perfect impossibility and my imperfect reality, I choose what works. Humans aren't equations to be solved, but hearts to be cultivated.
And that's why you'll always settle for less. I refuse to accept that justice is whatever tradition dictates. Yes, my republic is an ideal, that's the point. We must aim for perfection, even if we achieve only approximation. Your working principles work only until they don't. When crisis comes, your rituals crumble, my forms endure. The choice isn't between possible and impossible, but between striving for truth and accepting comfortable lies.
And there it stands, the eternal tension. Perhaps we need both. The idealist to show us the stars, the humanist to help us walk the earth. Two paths, one question. What kind of society will you help build? Cast your vote, share your thoughts, and remember, philosophy isn't about winning debates, but about examining life. Until next time, keep questioning.